on Johann Sebastian Bach, the Baroque master of Western music. In this article, we shall discuss the legacy of one of the greatest and most influential composers and musicians in the history of Western music, Johann Sebastian Bach, with the help of a few questions. Question 1. Who was Johann Sebastian Bach? Johann Sebastian Bach was a German composer, musician, and organist. He is widely regarded as one of the greatest composers in Western music history. His contributions to music were immense, and he composed in various genres, including orchestral music, chamber music, keyboard works, choral music, and vocal pieces. Born into a family of musicians, he showed great musical talent from an early age. He held various positions as an organist and composer in different cities throughout his life. His compositions are known for their complexity, technical mastery, and profound emotional expression. Bach's music encompasses a wide range of styles and forms, from intricate fugues and contrapuntal compositions to grand sacred choral works. Some of his most famous compositions include the Brandenburg Concertos, the Well-Tempered Clavier, the Mass in B minor, the St. Matthew Passion, and the Goldberg Variations. Although Bach's music was not widely recognized during his lifetime, his work gained greater appreciation and recognition in the centuries following his death. His compositions continue to be performed and admired by musicians and audiences worldwide, and he is considered a cornerstone of Western classical music. Question 2. When did Bach begin composing music? Bach began composing music at a young age. While the exact date of his earliest compositions is unknown, he is believed to have started writing music during his teenage years. He came from a family of musicians, and he was exposed to music from an early age. His father, Johann Ambrosius Bach, was a skilled musician and taught him the basics of music theory and keyboard playing. Bach's earliest surviving compositions date back to his years in Weimar, where he worked as a court musician and organist from 1708 to 1717. During this time, he composed a variety of instrumental music, including organ works, chamber music, and orchestral suites. His composition style evolved throughout his career as he absorbed various musical influences and developed his own distinctive voice. His later years, particularly during his time in Leipzig as the Thomas Cantor, music director, at the St. Thomas Church, saw the creation of some of his most significant and monumental works. Bach's compositional output spanned his entire adult life, and he continued to compose prolifically until his death in 1750. His compositions are characterized by their technical brilliance, rich counterpoint, and profound musical expression. Question 3. What did Bach's early career look like? Bach's early career was primarily focused on his work as an organist and composer. Bach received his early musical training from his father and later studied at St. Michael's School in Lübeck. After completing his education, he took up various musical positions. In 1703, he became a violinist in the chamber orchestra of Prince Johann Ernst of Weimar. He also served as an organist in various churches during this time. From 1708 to 1717, he worked as a court musician and organist in Weimar. Here, he composed a significant portion of his organ music, including the famous toccata and fugue in D minor. He also composed orchestral suites, chamber music, and keyboard works during this period. In 1717, he moved to Cothen, where he served as the court orchestra conductor for Prince Leopold of Anhalt-Cothen. During his time in Cothen, he focused on instrumental music, particularly orchestral suites, sonatas, and concertos. It was in Cothen that he composed the Brandenburg Concertos and many of his solo violin and cello works. In 1723, he moved to Leipzig, where he assumed the position of Thomas Cantor at the St. Thomas Church and director of music at the St. Nicholas Church. This marked a significant phase in his career, as he was responsible for composing music for church services, training choir boys, and organizing musical performances. Throughout his early career, Bach's reputation as a skilled organist and composer grew steadily. He was known for his virtuosic organ playing, improvisational skills, and meticulous approach to composition. Although his compositions were not widely recognized during his lifetime, his role as a church musician and his dedication to musical craftsmanship laid the foundation for his enduring legacy as one of the greatest composers in history. Question 4. What was Bach's musical style? Bach's musical style is often described as Baroque, which was the dominant style of European art music during his time. His music embodies the characteristics of the Baroque period while showcasing his unique compositional genius. Bach's music is renowned for its intricate polyphony and masterful use of counterpoint. He skillfully interweaves multiple melodic lines, creating complex and harmonically rich textures. His compositions often feature fugues, canons, and other contrapuntal techniques, showcasing his mastery of interweaving melodic voices. Bach's compositions exhibit a strong sense of structure and formal organization. He employed various musical forms such as fugues, chorales, suites, concertos, and sonatas, adhering to their established conventions while adding his own creative twists. His music often displays a careful balance between intellectual rigor and emotional expressiveness. Bach was a renowned virtuoso keyboard player, and his keyboard compositions hold a central place in his oeuvre. His keyboard music, including preludes, fugues, suites, and variations, is highly demanding technically and musically. His works for organ, such as chorale preludes and organ fugues, are considered among the finest ever composed. Bach's sacred music, composed for church services, is a significant aspect of his output. His choral works, including passions, oratorios, motets, and cantatas, are profound expressions of religious devotion. Bach's vocal writing exhibits a deep understanding of text setting and expressive vocal lines. Bach's music showcases a wide range of harmonic explorations. He employed both traditional harmonic progressions and more adventurous chromatic harmonies, creating rich and expressive tonal landscapes. His harmonic language was often inventive and served to heighten the emotional impact of his compositions. Bach expertly employed contrasts and unity in his music. He juxtaposed sections of varying moods, tempos, and dynamics to create dramatic effects. At the same time, he maintained a sense of overall unity through thematic development, motivic interconnections, and recurring melodic ideas. Bach's musical style is characterized by its technical complexity, intellectual depth, emotional depth, and spiritual resonance. His music continues to captivate listeners and musicians alike, making him one of the most revered composers in the history of Western classical music. Question 5. Which are Bach's most influential compositions? Bach composed a vast amount of music across various genres, and many of his works have had a significant influence on subsequent composers and the development of Western classical music. Some of his most influential compositions are Brandenburg Concertos. Bach's set of 6 concertos, known as the Brandenburg Concertos, are considered masterpieces of the Baroque concerto genre. These works showcase Bach's skillful orchestration, virtuosic writing, and inventive use of musical form. Well-Tempered Clavier, comprising 2 volumes, the Well-Tempered Clavier is a collection of preludes and fugues in all major and minor keys. This monumental work not only demonstrates Bach's mastery of keyboard writing but also serves as a pedagogical tool for exploring different tonalities and contrapuntal techniques. Saint Matthew Passion, one of Bach's most significant vocal works, the Saint Matthew Passion is a large-scale choral composition that vividly depicts the Passion of Christ. It is a deeply emotional and spiritually profound work, showcasing Bach's skill in combining vocal solos, choral writing, and orchestration. Mass in B minor. Bach's Mass in B minor is a monumental composition that represents the pinnacle of his choral writing. It is a setting of the Latin Mass, showcasing intricate counterpoint, grand choral movements, and expressive arias. It demonstrates Bach's mastery of both polyphonic and homophonic textures. Goldberg Variations. The Goldberg Variations is a set of keyboard variations based on an original aria. This work demonstrates Bach's ingenuity in transforming a simple theme into a diverse set of variations, showcasing his technical prowess and musical invention. The art of fugue. The art of fugue is a collection of fugues and canons that explores the possibilities of contrapuntal writing. It is a highly complex and intellectual work, showcasing Bach's mastery of intricate counterpoint. Toccata and Fugue in D minor. The Toccata and Fugue in D minor for organ is one of Bach's most famous and recognizable compositions. Its dramatic and virtuosic character has made it an iconic piece in the organ repertoire. These are just a few examples of Bach's influential compositions. Question 6. What were the innovations made by Bach? Bach made several significant innovations in various aspects of music composition and performance during his lifetime. Bach's music contributed to the development and expansion of harmonic language during the Baroque period. He introduced new harmonic progressions, chromaticism, and modulations, pushing the boundaries of tonality and expanding the expressive possibilities of music. Bach's keyboard compositions, particularly his works for organ and harpsichord, showcased technical and expressive innovations. He expanded the range and capabilities of keyboard instruments, explored new keyboard techniques, and developed unique compositional forms, such as the fugue and the prelude. Bach was a master of counterpoint, the art of combining multiple melodic lines. He elevated the contrapuntal style to new heights, employing intricate and complex polyphony in his compositions. His use of canons, fugues, and other contrapuntal devices displayed his compositional skill and brought a new level of sophistication to Baroque music. Bach's compositions contributed to the refinement and development of musical forms. He expanded existing forms and developed new ones. For example, his Brandenburg concertos expanded the concerto genre by incorporating various instruments and creating an intricate dialogue between soloists and the orchestra. Bach's compositions seamlessly blended elements of both sacred and secular music styles. He incorporated secular dance forms, folk elements, and expressive techniques from the Italian style into his sacred choral music. This unification of styles helped to create a unique and diverse musical language. Bach's compositional output, such as the well-tempered clavier, demonstrated innovative approaches to composition as well as serving as educational tools. His works provided models for aspiring composers and performers to study and learn from, and they continue to be widely studied and performed today. Bach's compositions exhibit meticulous attention to detail and mathematical precision. He employed complex numerical and mathematical relationships, such as numerology and canonic structures, in his compositions. These mathematical underpinnings added intellectual depth and structural coherence to his music. Bach's innovations helped shape the course of Western classical music and continue to be influential to this day. Question 7. What is the legacy of Bach today? The legacy of Johann Sebastian Bach is profound, and his influence on music continues to resonate today. Bach's compositions are regarded as some of the greatest achievements in Western classical music. His works span a wide range of genres and exhibit technical brilliance, emotional depth, and profound spirituality. They continue to be performed and admired by musicians and audiences worldwide. His music exemplifies the essence of the Baroque period, and his compositions serve as cornerstones of the Baroque repertoire. His exploration of counterpoint, harmonic language, and formal structures helped define the musical language of the time. His keyboard compositions, particularly those for organ and harpsichord, have had a lasting impact on keyboard music. His works continue to be studied, performed, and revered by pianists and organists, contributing to the development of keyboard technique and interpretation. Bach's sacred choral music, including his cantatas, passions, and mass settings, holds a significant place in the choral repertoire. His innovative approach to vocal writing and his ability to capture profound religious sentiments have had a lasting impact on sacred music composition. His compositions, such as the well-tempered clavier, continue to serve as valuable educational tools for musicians, providing models for the study and exploration of various musical techniques and forms. His music remains an essential part of music education and the training of musicians. Bach's musical innovations and expressive depth have influenced countless composers across different musical periods. His works have served as a source of inspiration for composers such as Mozart, Beethoven, Mendelssohn, Brahms, and beyond. His influence extends beyond the Baroque era and continues to inspire musicians in diverse genres and styles. Today, Bach has become a cultural icon, representing the epitome of musical genius. His name and legacy are synonymous with excellence in composition and musicianship. His image and music are celebrated in festivals, concerts, and tributes around the world, ensuring his enduring place in the cultural consciousness.